Okay, to make these boot cuffs, you're going to need size H crochet hook and size 4 worsted weight yarn. And what we first do is we make a slip knot. So you just cross them over and you pull the bottom one through. Now we chain 8. So I just wrap my yarn on my pinky for some reason, that just helps. And then this is how I chain. 1, just bring the yarn over and you go through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we single crochet in the second chain from our hook. So not this one, but this one. So anyways, we put our hook through, yarn over, go through, yarn over again, and you go through these 2 loops. And I think we did this all the way to the end. Okay, so we just went through this one, so now we go through the next one. Yarn over, go through those 2. Okay, here's our last one. Yarn over, go through, yarn over, go through both. And then now I chain 2. 1, 2, and then I turn. So these are my chain 2s, and this was my last single crochet. Now we double crochet in every single crochet until we reach the end. So when we double crochet, we yarn over before we go through this single crochet. Okay, now we yarn over, we go through that loop. Then we yarn over again, and we only go through the 2 middle ones. Now we yarn over, and we go through the last 2. And that's a double crochet. Okay, now I yarned over, and then I go through the next single crochet. Yarn over, see, yarn over. Yarn over again, go through the 2 middle ones. Yarn over, go through the last 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we chain 1, and then we turn. So this is my first double crochet. And we're going to single crochet in every double crochet until we reach the end. Okay, so we go through our first double crochet, and we single crochet. Okay, and so you're going to repeat step 3 and step 4 until your cuff is the desired length. Be nice to know her desired length was. Okay? Okay, so step 4 doesn't tell you, but since we are going to be double crocheting our next one, we chain 2 at the end and then we turn. And then we start our double crochet, which is, this is our step 3. Alright. Okay, so I did it 14 times. If you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 14 of those little rows. Now we're going to slip stitch the cuff together. So I'm going to go through these stitches right here. So I still have my yarn connected. I haven't cut it or anything. You yarn over and you go through both of the stitches. Okay, and then we go through this next one. Oops, sorry. Just like that. You can either do this or you can sew them together with a needle and using the same thread. If you keep them kind of together like this, it should do pretty well. Okay, so do this all the way to the end. Okay, so I did my last one and I just pull this out enough so that we can weave the ends in, and then I cut it, and then I slide the remainder yarn off, and this will be on the inside. So this is what it should look like. Ooh, I might have to go through this one. Yeah, I need to go through that one. I'm going to put my needle through our first little loop, and then I'm going to grab my yarn and go through it, and I'm going to just slip stitch that. Okay, and now we're supposed to double crochet twice into each loop. And we do this for 7 rounds. That's 1. That's 2. Here I'm going to skip our little single crochet and then just do it through every double crochet loop. And see how big of a hole that creates. I think that's good. Okay, so let's skip this and we'll go to our double crochet, and we do 2 double crochets. Okay, I'm at the end, and so now I need to slip stitch these 2 together. So I'm just going to go through my first stitch and then slip them together. So here's our 2 double crochet, and we're just going to do 2 double here, 2 double here. Then we'll make those holes like that. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to double crochet in each stitch. So here's my first stitch. You double crochet, and then I find my next stitch. Okay. So we double crochet this row, the next one we do single crochet, and then our last one we do double crochet, and we're done. Okay, so this is my last double crochet, and I'm just going to go through the next stitch and do a slip stitch so it looks a little more even, right? Okay, now I'm just going to slide this off and cut it. Ooh. Okay, now let's learn how to do the scalloped edge. Okay, so we are going to double crochet 5 in the first loop. So we're going to add our yarn, and I'm going to slip stitch with the tail so it doesn't come out. Okay, now let's double crochet 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch in the next loop. So we're not doing our single crochet, we're doing our double, which is the bigger loop to go through. So just a slip stitch, and then we're going to double crochet 5 in our next loop. Okay, and so then you just keep repeating this until you go around once. This looks so cute. Now that I see this, we probably, for our first stitch, is to do our slip stitch so that it's not like way up here. So when we weave our ends, let's just go through here so that it fans down. Okay? Okay, so I just finished my last scallop, and I'm just going to go through our last stitch that was right here, and we just slip stitch it. Okay, and we're done. Yay! Just weave your ends with the needle. Well, I guess with crochet you just kind of go like that. I think it can work that way. And that's how you can weave your ends so that you can't tell, you know, where your yarn ended. And then you always go back. Might be easier with the needle, but yeah, here it is. It looks cute. You can add a button if you want. Let's try it on.